If you've been watching GunTuber content on YouTube for a while, you'll see a lot of people recommending a trifecta of accessories that make your rifle a battle rifle, and that trifecta is usually a light, a sighting system, and a sling. Today, we're going to focus on that third pillar, the sling, and in today's world of $100 solutions to just about everything, I want to show you guys an effective and affordable method that was used back in the day by Vietnam GIs to achieve what they call the Silent Sling. When facing the enemy in the dark and treacherous jungles of Vietnam, American soldiers learned quickly that certain things will get you killed. They learned to paint themselves to avoid the light shining off their skin. They would sew extra pockets into their uniforms to carry more magazines, since the man with the more ammo generally wins, and they learned that metal-on-metal contact with their gear made a lot of noise. The unnatural noise of metal buckles slapping against rifles and canteens can give away a patrol's position and the natural cacophony the jungle naturally produces. So to get around this, and to still be able to retain their rifles to their bodies hands-free, I bring you the Silent Sling. This sling is pretty rudimentary, lacking adjustment points that you see in common modern fighting rifle slings, and consists of just a nylon strap, 2 metal buckles, paracord, and some optional tape. But for what this sling lacks in modern features, it makes up for with its noise reduction. Modern slings are great, tailoring your rifle to your body, and some allowing for an on-the-fly retention adjustments. However, they are really expensive nowadays, some costing around $100, and even the most simple basic Magpul sling is still around $60. And here's the worst part, they're very loud. Now, the sound isn't a concern to most people, obviously, but to the dudes in the jungle that risk their lives every patrol, the slightest advantage is worth its weight in gold if it meant the difference between getting the drop on the enemy or getting dropped yourselves. Now, enough about the history lesson, let me show you guys how to make this rather simple sling and talk about a couple of its advantages. Before we begin, I'll show you guys a quick checklist for what you'll need to get started. First off, you need 2 lengths of around 12 inches of paracord, a nylon strap, 2 metal buckles, and a roll of 100-mile-an-hour tape. For the nylon strap and buckles, I picked up a US GI carry sling from Amazon for just under $20, but any nylon strap and buckles that fit will do. Preferably though, you can find a surplus canteen strap, and that would be cheaper and comes with an added padded strap on top of that. The tape here we're using is 100-mile-an-hour tape, and it serves multiple purposes. It makes the metal-to-metal contact with the buckles less clanky when it hits our gear and carbine, and it also provides a little extra comfort and protection for your skin to stop the sharp nylon ends from scratching your neck when shouldering and maneuvering the rifle. The tape also keeps the buckles and paracord from coming undone while you're moving around, and the paracord allows you to attach the sling to any type of mounting surface, such as the front sight post, the swivel sling, the slots in a stock, or the QD swivels in a pistol brace even. There's 2 styles of attaching the paracord to the sling, and you can make long hoops connected directly to the sling and the buckles, or you can create these paracord QD hoops in your handguard, which you can then use with the canteen straps and hooks for quick on and off attachments. To prep the paracord for the sling, first measure out about 12 inches of paracord and then cut. Repeat the process so you have 2 12-inch lengths of paracord. After you get your paracord cut, pull out the white filler lines that is inside the paracord, straighten it out, and then use a lighter to burn the ends to melt them together. Quick reminder before attaching something to your carbine, follow proper gun safety, remove any magazines, and ensure the firearm is clear before proceeding. Now, we're going to create our first attachment point on our upper receiver using the paracord to create a wide hoop. The knot I'm about to show you will stay the same for all 3, but can be applied to either the front sight block, a swivel sling attachment point, or if you have neither, such as on this M-LOK handguard, through any M-LOK slot you find most comfortable. To make it a little bit easier to hoop the paracord through your M-LOK slot handguard, you can unwind a paper clip and use that to fish out the hoop as you feed it through. Once you have the paracord fished through the M-LOK slot, go ahead and straighten out both sides and make sure they're even. Then you're going to feed the 2 ends through the hoop you just made. Then grab the paracord by the loop in one hand, with the 2 ends in the other hand. Feed the 2 ends under the hoop, and then back through the hoop that you just made. Once back through the second hoop, pull on the ends to cinch down the knot, pull on either side to make sure it's tight, and you should be good to go. You can adjust the size of this hoop to fit your needs, and remember again, bigger hoops may end up getting snagged on branches and stuff as you're walking through the brush. The attachment point we just made on this rifle handguard is perfect if you wanted to attach, for example, the canteen straps, but you can also use the nylon strap and buckle style, just weave the knot through the buckle. Now that we've got the upper receiver squared away, it's time to move on to the stock for the lower receiver. Normally, you would run a nylon strap through the slot in the stock, but if your strap is too small like mine, adding this hoop through the slot allows me to add extra length to my sling to better fit my height. To start, push the hoop end through the slot, and you can reorient the stock if that helps give you a better view for when you're tying the knot, but we're going to go ahead and do the same knot that we've done before. Feed the two ends through the hoop, pinch down on the hoop side with one hand, and with the two ends in the other hand, go under and back through, and you'll have the stock ready to go. Just like before, pull the tabs to tighten down the knot, and then from here you can decide if you want to go ahead and feed the nylon strap and buckle through it, or if you have the canteen belt with the hooks, go ahead and hook one of those on there as well. To get the same results on a pistol brace, feed the hoop end side first through either the QD slots or one of the other nylon strap slots that it may have. Follow the same steps that you've done previously to make the knot for the pistol brace, and the same can be said if you're also installing it into the front sight post. And that about wraps this up. Once you have your knots and straps attached, double check the sling fits before adding the tape to your buckles to finish the install. Now, you should have an affordable sling that can be attached any which way without the need for hardware. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.